Welcome to You Name It. Welcome.
What's up, Jerry?
Jerry's not here right now.
Hola, Jack.
Jerry's been replaced by a horrible impression of Jack Nicholson this week.
You just bought a Shining picture too, didn't you?
No, I didn't do anything of the sort. Mr. Can't Keep a Secret.
Oh, that was a gift. Sorry.
Holy fuck, Davin.
Should we start the record over again so you don't have to edit it?
Some people don't listen to the show anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Stupid. Your stupid show.
All right, back to it. Jerry's not here, you asshole. Next time you're on the show, I'd like it if you kept your goddamn mouth shut.
Nice.
This week on You Name It, we will be discussing wonderful topics such as why does Ford Motor Company suck so badly? Why do insurance companies suck so badly?
You just got back from the dealership, didn't you?
I did just get back from the dealership. You want me to address my concerns with Ford Motor Company?
Yes, lay it on me.
Ford Motor Company is stupid because they now offer this pricing on leases and new car purchases that is all based upon competitive vehicle ownership.
Okay.
So, you can get a brand new Ford Focus for $109 a month with a competitive vehicle return. So you gotta give them your competitive vehicle probably, or you just have to show that you owned one.
Right.
What does that mean? What does that mean for people who are loyal to Ford Motor Company?
I don't know. Are they talking about... Okay, Ford's biggest competitors are Chevy and Chrysler. Mm-hmm. So if you brought in an Audi, they wouldn't take it and give you the deal?
No, in fact, you don't have to give them the vehicle. You just have to show that you own a competitor's vehicle, right?
Okay. Somebody else. Any other company but Ford.
Yeah, and other companies do that too. Like Chevy will do it for a Ford or all that kind of stuff like that. My problem with Ford Motor Company is that my dad retired from Ford Motor Company, right? So
yes.
I want to protect his pension. So we always lease Ford vehicles, which then means that you have no loyalty from Motor Company back to you.
Oh, of course not.
No, as soon as, we at Ford Motor Company, now that we have your business, we don't give a shit about you. We only care about people who don't use Ford Motor Company.
Right.
How about possibly doing a deal where you could do the competitive vehicle, but then when you're renewing a lease, you get another discount because you're renewing a lease. Or maybe if you just do 2 leases,
hey,
I'll
Jerry,
be on a 3rd lease. What?
Jerry, shut the fuck
that?
up. They all do it. They all do it. Cable companies are the same damn way. You see this special great rate, 2 years with unlimited movie channels, but it's only for new customers.
Right. But you can switch cable companies way easier than you can get cars.
You can switch cars pretty quick. There's a lot of lease buyouts.
No, you can't just go back and forth.
Well, when you're leasing.
Because you're leasing.
Fucked.
Right. You're leasing. You can't just go back and forth. So that's the problem. I'm loyal to Ford Motor Company. Ford Motor Company is no longer loyal to me. I have 3 leases. I want to get another lease. They don't look at you and go, oh, this guy's really loyal. Let's give him a great price. They look at it and go, no, let's wheel in somebody else from Chevy and give them a great price and then fuck them the rest of their lives.
Well, why don't you look at going to GM, since that's what pays most of our bills.
Yeah, really. I probably could go to GM and get a better price now that I think about it.
Yeah, and
if they have a $130 lease with a competitive vehicle, maybe I should go look at that. So I'm not locked in yet.
Yeah, and then pop the old vendor discount.
Yeah, if that makes it, that usually doesn't make any difference. But you know what? You do have a point. I could go to a Chevy dealership, and that'll teach Ford. I can not be loyal to Ford. I would like to apologize to all of our Ford listeners.
Oh, Jerry.
But put yourself in my shoes. I think it's just ridiculous that if you spend your life buying the product, that they don't care.
Yeah.
They don't want to give you the deal.
I'm sure there's somebody there that cares.
They might emotionally care, but they don't financially care.
Yeah, that's true. Safety first.
Would you say safety first?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's called a non sequitur. You know what that is? That's when you
no
just say
sense.
shit that makes no sense to the conversation. Let's try it again. Table, chair,
Potato.
yes.
Finger.
Yes, okay. That was the Ford rant, just because I just returned. But now you have to wait till next week to see what I found out from Chevy, because now I'm going to go online and look up their deals. Because if I'm locked into getting a Ford Focus for $160 is the best they can possibly do, and if Chevy will offer me a $130 lease per month for a better car, even if I don't have the A plan or whatever it is, then hello, Chevy. I'm tired of Ford kicking me around. Look, I keep going on it. How long has it been? That's a full-on 5-minute rant, Davin.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Are you
All
going
right,
to tell?
what do you-
Are you going to tell the listeners your big news this week, or are you holding it back still? Is it still a secret?
Oh, I didn't think they'd care, really. Do you think they'd care?
Probably not.
Why don't you just make fun of me for it?
Well, it is going to change the show dynamic a little bit, because we're not going to hear your bum stories and your on the road stories.
Nope, no more of the road story. I'll still go out. I have been, I'm changing job titles, and I'm going to go work on the carpet. I'm going to the office side of things.
The air-conditioned land.
Air conditioning and carpet and cubicles. And
Yeah, you get your own desk now.
Spreadsheets and all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to go into project management. I'm going to give that a whirl. Even though my good friend Davin told me, hey, you might not like it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I know how you are with points and stuff like that.
yeah, that'll all end. I'll just be complaining because I can't go on free vacations anymore with the points.
Yeah, you won't have to fly as much.
But I bet 60% of the listeners will be happy that they don't have to hear me talk about that shit now.
Yeah, so now you only get my side of the story on the road,
Yeah.
which is going to be really bad.
I'll still keep my Delta card, though, my Delta
of
Sky
course.
Miles card,
Of course you will.
because I could still take regular old economy vacations with all of that.
Plus, if you're booking freelancers' rooms, you could always put your rewards number down, and if they don't change it, then you get credit for the room.
That might be true. The points for the room, not the stay, though.
Right.
Too bad. At least the points, though.
But a lot of freelancers, if we're footing the bill, like I have to foot the bill for a couple of those guys at CES, and I end up getting the hotel points because it's going on my credit card, even though they're on the
Yeah.
they're staying. So, and the
Yeah.
secret to that is reserve the room under your name and put them as a second guest in the room, and that way you get the points.
A second guest.
Right.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
That's what I
What do you-
said, Jerry.
What do you got for us this week? Nobody wants to hear me complain until later on when I complain about insurance companies.
Oh, should I tell you about Romy's new job?
Yes. Tell me about our friend Jerome Rayford Romy's new job.
So we were doing a show at a country club.
You were doing, for those listeners who don't know what the hell's going on, Davin was doing an audio-visual show, live events, at a country club.
And it's one of those ritzy, private clubs, and it's on a lake.
Oh, yeah. One of those deals.
And it was a charity. It was a charity golf outing, is what they were doing to raise money for Kids Heart Association stuff and
Yeah.
surgeries for kids. So it was a good cause. I don't know how much these people paid to be in it. And then we had to do the awards dinner and the banquet. And Jerome was doing audio, so he was out there all day. I had to show up. I was there for setup, and then I had to go back and run camera and help with tear out.
Yeah.
So in the afternoon, he's running audio, and I'm back at the office. I get back there, and he tells me that he might have a new career.
Really?
as a
What,
as a valet parker.
No way. Did that happen to him?
He went outside to have a cigarette, and as he was walking back in, a lady handed Romy her keys as if he was the valet.
Right, because
because it goes back to your Greenfield Village. There's only two things a black person can be at a country club: either the valet or the guy who mows the lawn.
Oh, you could cook too, I bet.
They probably don't want those type of people touching their food.
Shut up. Look, at least on this show, you can do your racism in the third party and pretend it's all those Caddyshack people.
$50 as a Smales kid picks his nose.
Holy shit! So he's standing out front. Oh, dang it! I just pulled my earplugs out. Hang on a second. Earphones, I should say. Sorry about all the rumbling, everybody. So he's standing out front. Somebody tries to give the key. He didn't actually take the keys, did he?
No, he blew right past her. But it was just like, oh, black man, here, you must be valet. Pull my car up.
See, it's alive and well.
Racism in America. Yep.
And it's
America.
not. Oh, it's it's not the kind of racism that some people think, like, shouting the N-bombs and hating. It's the secret of racism, of not even thinking about how racist it is to just assume. He's going to assume that this black guy is my valet parker. Because what would he be doing here? He's not Tiger Woods.
I told Romy when he's off work, he needs to go up there, dress in black, like the valets were wearing, with khakis, and when they get busy and they're all out in the parking lot, go ahead and collect some people's cars.
Sure.
Drive a different car every night.
Sure, just encourage your black friend to steal vehicles.
Well,
friend.
Or he could pull him up.
Why is he your black friend, Davin?
Or he could pull him up and get the tip.
Davin, you refer to him as your black friend, and not just your friend.
So I must be racist.
No, actually, I said it for you, but
no,
Romy.
I do have a few black friends. I think Romy is one of them, but I'm not really sure. I'm sure he'll tell me at the shop.
Yeah, he's going to come in next week after hearing the show, or tomorrow, or whenever it is this show airs, and he's going to walk in and go, I just want to make it clear to you, you are not my friend, Davin.
You're just someone I have to sit next to.
I would consider him to be a friend, but I don't know how he feels about me either. He's a super nice guy. I enjoy working with him. He's talented at the job.
Yep,
and boy, can that motherfucker park a car, too. I'm telling you.
Right in between the lines, even.
Sorry, Romy. I couldn't pass up.
So there's Romy's
opening
new job.
Was there.
There's Romy's new job.
Yeah, it sucks. How did he take it, though? Was he laughing? Or was he...
He gave me the Romy look where he kind of shook his head, just side to side.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks. And every time I go to a country club, they always try and sell me stocks and bonds, and they assume that I own the place.
Yeah, I'm sure, because you're in your top hat and your monocle.
Yeah, they don't do that. I'm white trash. They think I'm a carny when I walk in.
Well, the funny thing was, we're sitting there before the show started, and there's a table full of women to our left, and Romy's got his earphones in, so he's not listening to the room chatter at all.
Yeah, or you.
Or me. And, of course, I'm playing Candy Crush. Yeah. But I'm overhearing everything these ladies are saying.
Yeah. What are they saying?
Oh my God! They were talking about, well, Jim's working on this project, and then they're talking about moving to France for 6 months. I think it's a lovely opportunity for the children, and Marge doesn't come around anymore. I think they signed up as a social membership because she's so busy with her other things, like she went on 3 cruises this year, and they're all bragging about their kids, and
it was one of those too. Oh yeah. My God, Marge doesn't have a full membership anymore.
Just a social membership.
She's just a social membership. Poor Marjorie.
Yeah.
Her husband should work in France like my husband does with our beautiful wine-drinking children.
And then they were talking about one of their friends that went in with another couple and they bought an island.
Oh, God.
But they're not going to go there very often because it's kind of a pain to get there because they have to fly in, then they have to take a boat over, and all your food and everything has to be shipped over on the boat. But she's going to go down in about a month by herself without her husband just to enjoy it.
Because last time we went, we were in big trouble. We were stuck there until the professor could fix the radio.
God.
Thurston Howell the Third.
Right.
I couldn't believe that poor skipper with that little boy Gilligan following him around all day long. And still, year after year, he became no smarter.
Gilligan, my boy.
Yeah. Gilligan was like 50, and he still was stupid.
Yep, they still refer to him as my boy.
He's sitting there on this island, this Gilligan character. He's hanging out on this island. He has the perfect opportunity to stop being stupid because he could just go hang out with the professor and learn all day long. Nope. He's going to follow the skipper around.
It'd be stupid.
Right, another big bumblefuck. His big blue shirt.
who runs aground, and they're trapped for years on this fucking island.
With absolutely no wear and tear on their clothing.
And no motor cars. Not a single luxury.
Yeah, no luxuries. That's for sure. Where the hell did that all come from?
Look, Gloria. There's a black gentleman at the table next to us. I wonder if he could get us a drink.
Sir, can you clear my plate?
Right. You know, every time I walk into a country club, they assume that I'm an audiovisual technician. They know I'm not a member.
They know you're not a cab driver. They know you're not a valet.
I was just putting us in the land of carnies again. Did I tell you about the Flight of the Conchords concert I saw last night?
No, how was it?
They're very good, but the way the show ran was not. The way the show ran, this is for all of our AV listeners. Boy, there was a ton of missing cues. The audio guy was not on the ball. He couldn't even mix the show properly. They're trying to sing harmonies. You hear one guy really loud and none of the other one. You hear no guitar and all piano, and it was just so. And then half the time they'd start, and you'd hear him potting up the mic real quick. Sometimes you hear him unmuting, because you'd hear it come in like, like what the hell? These guys are terrible.
Where was this at? Was it the Fillmore or the Fox?
Now I'm afraid to say because of the review I'm giving the crew.
Where was it?
It was at the Fox Theater.
Okay.
One of 4 in the country. Did you know that?
4 Fox theaters. Yeah, I know there's one in Atlanta.
There's one in Atlanta. There's one in St. Louis. There's one in Detroit, and there's one in some other place I can't remember.
Okay, that's like the Fillmore. There's a few Fillmores.
But our Fillmore isn't actually like a design thing, because that was the State Theater. It's just called the Fillmore.
I think it's owned by the same parent company, because in Miami there's a Fillmore right outside the convention center. That's the Fillmore as well.
Yeah, but the Fox theaters are designed exactly the same in that Oriental theme from the 20s. The Fillmores are just, now you're just telling me the Fillmores are McDonald's.
Basically, yeah.
There's a franchise for the Fillmore theaters. Davin, nobody cares. I don't even care about this.
I don't either.
What else you got?
Oh, let's see what else. I went to my niece's graduation last weekend.
Yeah.
And, man, have things changed. All these
Are you talking about the ceremony or a graduation party?
No, the party is actually tomorrow.
Okay.
So, the actual graduation, she went to South Lyon High School.
Okay.
Their graduation was at Eastern Michigan University. Inside the basketball arena. And like you, I'm critiquing the cameraman and all the video production, because it's like the camera guy, dude, you don't need 3 feet of headroom when you're locked on a shot on the podium. But
nope.
Like any venue or any event you go to, once you've done AV, like Jerry and I, you look at that more than you look at the show sometimes, and little things.
Yeah,
irritate
sometimes you can't enjoy any of it because things are going wrong, and it triggers this part of you because it's your job that you just can't focus.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, one of the things they were doing was they had the pictures of the students, and there was like 308 of them graduating, or 330. So
right.
They put the yearbook quotes from each student. So they must have went around at the beginning of the school year and said, submit your yearbook quote and we'll put it under your picture. So there's people quoting Dr. Seuss, Gandhi, God, all these different quotes.
Yeah.
This one girl's quote pops up, and it says, "If it smells like cologne, leave it alone."
What?
That was her quote.
It was her quote. It was a her quote.
It was a her quote. If it smells like cologne, leave it alone.
That's pretty gross.
There are some other. Yeah.
Do we have to explain that to anybody? I don't think we do. Do we have to explain it? You'd be the perfect guy to try and explain it, because I'm not going to touch that.
I'm just going with sweaty balls, which brings me to Chris Steinhelper pulled me aside. This was like the first 90-degree day we had. He goes, "Hey."
Okay, Chris Steinhelp.
He's one of the warehouse guys.
Yeah, he's a warehouse worker where we work, in case anybody needs to know that. Remember, we have new people all the time.
That's true. So. And he's disturbingly hillbilly-ish.
You think so? I don't... wow. I don't know. Hillbilly-ish? All right.
Well, just his thoughts and just... I don't know.
You think just like a hillbilly.
I'm digging a hole. He's got some great ideas, but it's like, where the hell did you come up with that shit? Hillbilly engineering. Anyway,
I'll say this: it's never boring when you talk to him. So
no, and some of our conversations at the shop are just so off the frickin' wall.
Yeah.
So he pulls me aside. He goes, "Hey, do you use ball powder?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, what do you use?" I go, "Well, I usually use Gold Bond, or there's also this stuff for athletes' feet that's a powder that Bill recommended me." He goes, "Oh, you try this and you'll never go back to ball powder again." He goes,
ball powder. Okay.
You need to rub coconut oil
holy shit
all over your sack, and then you need to go right up the crack with it too. So he's purposely being very disturbing to see what kind of reaction I get. I go, "Okay, Chris." So now I'm worried that it's a practical joke, because he's the type of guy that would run a practical joke and I would get some rash or some
That's
kind
what
of
I would think, yeah.
infection. So I told Bob about it, and Bob's like, "I just bought coconut oil." And I said, "Yeah, I noticed it's up in the cabinet above the spices." So I noticed last night there's no coconut oil up there anymore.
No.
I think he brought it back down to the basement and hid it. So
where is he? Is he in the background?
No. So I don't go in there and scoop a handful of coconut oil out of the jar and rub it on my taint.
Oh God. Coconut oil would be hard to rub around. Why am I even considering this as an option? That's crazy.
It's supposed to keep you cool, but what if it? I don't know. I'm gonna try it, because it came from Steinhelper, so
yeah,
it could be brilliant. It could be the biggest practical joke in the world, and it could turn my taint purple.
Or it could be the You Name It Show, brought to you by coconut oil. Makes your balls smell like Gilligan's Island. Holy shit. Coconut oil. All right, well, here's the deal. You've got to do it now, and you got to come back and tell everybody you got to give your stamp of approval.
I got to find where Bob hid the coconut oil, though. Because I hate coconuts. I cannot stand them.
Bob is a sometime background guest and also Davin's odd couple roommate.
Yeah, he's my tenant.
Quit trying to make it sound better than that. He's your odd couple roommate.
It is true.
You gotta live with that.
All the neighbors probably think we're gay. They're like, "Oh, those are the old bald guy. We don't know which one owns the house because."
Well, it doesn't help when Bob comes out in the front yard with his dragon kimono on.
That's true.
He's out there looking like the bird cage.
Sitting on the roof shooting off fireworks.
Bob's an awesome guy. Neither one of you are gay, not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, we're not. I don't think.
But I do remember you guys having a conversation where you wanted to try it out to see how bad it was just once.
That is so not true. We're not going there, Jerry.
No, but you know where we are going?
Where? To
We're
hell?
going to go right now back into rant territory because this time it's about car insurance.
Okay.
So now when you get a new car, you have to try and figure out how much this new car is going to cost you.
Right.
And during the course of this, I've decided that my youngest daughter, who is of the age now, she should get her own car insurance so she can establish her own deal. So that's fine. But then you notice that, wait a minute, why do some of these places now have to ask you for your social security number? So tell me how a credit rating has anything to do at all whatsoever with your driving record or how safely you drive a vehicle or any of the dynamics that insurance companies should look at.
It has nothing to do with it.
Right, and the biggest problem I have with it, because I don't think there's anybody out there that's ever going to be able to convince me that credit has to have something to do with it, when it's not credit that you're applying for. You're paying for your car insurance ahead of time.
Right.
You're prepaying. You are not asking for credit. So fuck you and your credit rating to jack up the rates.
Yep.
I don't know how they got away with that shit. That's just bullshit.
I know plenty of people who have great credit ratings that drive like absolute douchebags.
Yes. And you have
Especially
people
in
with
Texas.
shitty credit ratings that don't pay half the shit, but they're going to pay their car insurance because they don't want to go without it. Yeah, especially in Texas, he says, yeah. But yeah, that bugs the shit out of me when you got to deal with something like that. Something that has nothing, something that's just an obvious way to jack up your rates that has nothing to do with the process that you're involved in. How many times do you have, it's not like they're going to continue to keep you insured if you don't pay. They'll drop it that minute. So,
Well, I've got a little rant because I know I talked about the water company had to put a note on my door and they were coming over to change out my meter.
yes, you did. They wanted you to go out of your way to make an appointment for them to change out a meter of theirs.
Which I'm convinced it's going to end up charging me more for water.
You better believe it will.
They've been estimating it, but I don't know what their estimates are based on. Because I've only been in the house for 3 years, and the house was vacant before I bought it. So if they're basing it off of when it was vacant, then who knows? But the guy comes out. He worked on it he was quick, friendly. Worked on it for like a half an hour. Got the new meter, and he goes, "Have you ever turned off this valve?" I said, "No." He goes, "Okay, well, I'm going to go turn the water off at the street. And I'll be right back because I don't want to break this valve. I'm going to have to take it off and put a new one on anyway, but I don't need to flood your basement." So he puts the new meter in, shut off the water at the main, and he comes back up to me and he goes, "Have you noticed low water pressure in your house?" And I said, "Yeah, we've always had low water pressure." He goes, "Well, the turn on the street was only turned up halfway. They never fully turned it on." So he turns it on full, and it looks like Flint water coming out of my sink and everywhere.
Great.
So so he goes, "Well, I'm going to give you 1 unit credit." And I never knew what I always see I get charged for like 6 units or 7 units every month or every quarter. I never knew what 1 unit equaled. Well, it's 789 gallons.
Okay.
So he gave
We're learning.
He gave me. He's like, "I've got another appointment. I can't stick around to flush this all out. So I'm going to give you a 1 unit credit, and then go ahead and flush out all your lines. So I water the lawn and the garden and everything else. And hopefully I get that one unit credit on my next bill, and everything works out happy.
Yeah,
But
it's not gonna be
somehow
happy.
I'm going to get fucked.
I'll tell you how. I already know how. I'm surprised you don't know how right now. First of all, that guy fucked you over in so many different ways. First of all, he cranked that thing open. Now you're going to have double the water bill because
Right.
you have double the pressure.
Right.
So there's the first problem.
Mm-hmm.
You should have told him to go back and turn it halfway down because you're happy with the water pressure you had and you're happy with the bills you have. Because now, with more water coming through, the more money you're going to pay on everything. Everything you
true.
run now, double. Second, he's talked you in to sitting and running the water for 5 hours
That's true.
by telling you that you needed to flush that out. Of course, he could come up with that credit, but my guess is you'd have to call now,
Yeah.
and you're going to fight with the city government.
For
So, you
for
just-
798 gallons or 89 gallons, yeah.
Yep, you just got fucked 5 ways from Sunday. I've been wanting to use that one.
Well, I'll let you know next quarter when my bill goes up. How's that?
Yeah, it'll be way up. I mean, you don't even have to let me know. I know it'll be way up.
You think
Come
it'll
on,
be-
when is
you-
it ever going to go down? It's
think
never
it'll
going to
be
go
double?
down. No, it won't be double, but it's going to be a significant increase now that he's increased the water pressure, which
Yes.
is now going to affect that meter
That's true.
with a brand new, finely tuned meter that's going to read every droplet that comes through.
Every little, yep.
These bastards. They're charging you for water, Davin. Do they know that water is free? It's so free that it literally falls from the sky.
It does.
I don't get it.
And I might take advantage of it if my gutters were clean.
Right. So now our next project, you're gonna find a bunch of pallets at work, and you're gonna build rain barrels.
That's true.
You're gonna start living like a pilgrim, and you're gonna collect
I'm
your own
going
water.
off the grid.
Yep. You're gonna wash your coconut balls and your big pilgrim hat in the rain barrel from now on.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So I got news
That
for
does
you.
suck. I'm glad you told me that one. That one's fascinating how they talked you into that.
Oh, they fucked me on that one. So I got news for you for the auto show season.
All right, let's hear it.
Chevy is replacing Kid Rock.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, but they were already replacing him from
Well-
a story I read.
Well, because he kind of sucks.
That what? Say it again.
He kind of sucks. I mean,
I don't really remember too much of him anyway, but
Do you really want him as the face of Chevrolet?
I don't really want to see his face anywhere. He's not a handsome fella.
I do like some of his songs, but he's gone too country. So now Chevy is going all country and going with Luke Bryan.
Yeah, who I don't know.
I have no idea who he is either. All I know is that he's got to have a song that we're going to be sick of by the end of the season.
Yeah, my big guess is that he probably doesn't have any Confederate flags he's flying.
Yeah, that's true. So he's not
Well-
that controversial.
Yeah, unlike Kid Rock, which I don't understand. I don't even know if that was a real thing. I don't know if there was actually a controversy. If they said, "Hey, kid, can you do me a favor and not wave around your racism flag?" and he refused, or what? I don't know. Or if that was just stuff that everybody built up in their mind.
Yep.
Maybe his contract was up and they wanted somebody new, and then they made that up. I don't know. I don't give a shit what he waves around.
Yeah, and this contract's for 3 years, so we got to deal with him for 3 fucking years.
Who has
Well-
to deal with it?
Well, you don't. You're in the office. You're in the office.
I'm a very important person now. In fact, I'm thinking of moving to France.
I think you should. And get a black valet.
Right.
Oh, it's not Tiger Woods. It must be the valet.
It's got to be someone beneath me. Let's see. We're almost already there for this episode. What do you got? Got anything else?
Yeah, we got shit. We're only 35 minutes in.
I know, but we base our show on a 40-minute show.
Oh, you might. You
Well.
might actually, but whatever. So,
What do you got? Tell me something. Give me something. Because I ran out. I really don't have anything. I've got one topic that was really ridiculous that we talked about in the car one time. And it was about, and it's just really hard to describe in a few minutes. Let's just knock it off the list. It was
Okay.
about, there's a particular kind of person that you look at. Generally, they're really crazy, goofy looking. And, you know, there's people of all different shapes and sizes. But sometimes you run into these extreme types. And you realize that they're single. And they seem to be, all right, I'm trying to wheel this around without getting myself in trouble. But
it's not working.
there's a guy I know who, in my personal opinion, looks a little bit weird. And he's a big, huge, giant, fat guy, and he has no neck, and he's really bizarre. And he cornered me at the bar one time, and he told me about all of this sex he was having since his divorce.
Oh, boy.
And it struck me that most of the shit he was talking about was all kinds of freaky group weirdo, not weird, I mean, people do all kinds of stuff. You know, not the normal relationship stuff. So I started to think there's a certain type of person out there that the only way that they get any sexual activity in their life is if it's completely bizarre. You know? Like if they have, like for instance, if they have a fetish for little people, or if they into group scenes.
Oh, you got to bring up my fetish for little people, don't you?
No, it was an opportune moment. I thought
I
of it
just want to hug them, though. They're so cute.
Does Davin want to? Does Davin just make that up as a joke, or does he actually want to have sex with a little person? Oh, he wants to have sex with a little person.
That was a great line.
I know. Thank you, Mr. Harwood.
For that
I don't
one.
know. I don't know if he listens or not. One of the listeners of the show.
It's
Well, that was
weird.
a shitty
It's-
topic because
it's
I
weird
could
to
not
find out who
describe
listens.
that. It's weird to what?
Find out who actually listens to the show. Every once in a while, I'll
Yeah.
have some random person come up and they'll make a quote, usually, something that we said on the show, and I'm like I went to the bar the other day, and the bartender goes, how's your garage doing? I said, pretty good. And
Yeah.
she's like, you still got your kid problems? I'm like, how does she know all this? She goes, I listen to the show.
She knows your life. That happens to me every once in a while, and people will come up and say something to me, like some saying that we use or some joke that was said, and I'll go, what? Because I don't listen to this stupid show. So I have no idea what goes on after I push the stop button. I don't remember anything. I won't remember. I barely remember you when I show up the next day and I see you at work. I'm like, who's this guy?
We always get the updates from Tony because he listens on his drive in from work and usually tells us when, you idiots, you talked about that on 3 episodes ago.
Yeah, or maybe correct us on some topic that, because we're so well researched, we say something and it's completely wrong
That's true. Like
about
I
a
won
movie or an actor or something like that.
Yep.
There's other people that do that too. Steve Kish.
Yep. I'm glad when they
Listener,
correct
Mr.
us
Kish.
online because the funny thing is, like, when we talk about a movie and then as soon as we get done with the show, it pops into my head. Like, damn it.
Oh yeah, yeah, like a song that you can't remember the title to or something like that, and then as soon as it's done, I get you. I get you, Davin. The things you say to me, I want to subscribe to your newsletter. because
Your
they're so
thoughts
interesting.
intrigue me.
Yeah,
Fuck.
stomping all over your trademark lines.
Oh, Jerry. I'm actually not funny. I'm just really mean, and people think I'm joking.
Yep. I remember one of the first days we worked together, and I was talking to you, and you threw that at me, and I thought it was brilliant, even though it was just being mean on your part. When I'm telling you something, and you just go, "Your thoughts intrigue me, and I wish to subscribe to your newsletter." And I'm like, "Oh, that guy just fucking kicked me in the balls just now."
But in a happy way.
Yeah, but I like it. That guy's good with that shit.
I'm a smart ass.
What else is going on? And let me see. I don't have any life stuff. Father's Day. It's Father's Day weekend.
Yep. I'm going to a
So-
graduation party.
Yeah.
I feel like I was just there last week for the
What do you
actual
do?
graduation.
What's going to happen for you on Father's Day? Anything?
I have no idea. You know, Lauren texted me this morning. She wanted Bob's phone number
Okay.
because she had to ask him a question.
Ah.
So Lauren's texting my roommate to probably find out what I need or want for Father's Day. And I told the kids, guys, you don't have to buy me anything, but what you can do for me is clean my fucking house. I mean, everything.
I wouldn't worry about it. You know, it's probably not that big of a deal. She's probably just trying to get an idea of what your schedule is like so she can tell the assassin when to show up.
Exactly. When are you not going to be there to be a witness, Bob?
Right.
So you can take over the garage. No, Bob's got to wait until the garage is actually finished.
Oh, yeah. Got to get all the work out of you before you can hire a contract killer.
Exactly. And I'm getting close to that second wall. It's getting there. So that's what I've been doing.
Fascinating. I wish to subscribe to your newsletter
Fuck you.
and your podcast. I get a new grill for Father's Day.
Oh, you convinced your kids into getting one?
I didn't have to. Lisa wanted it, so it was going to happen. And it's half gas and half charcoal,
Which is
and I think that's
fucking
pretty cool.
brilliant.
Yeah. I don't care that it's twice the size of anybody else's grill because it's just two grills stitched together in the middle.
Right.
But it'll be fun to have that.
See, I like when I come home. I've got gas, but I just bought a smoker, and it's a charcoal smoker, but you can convert it to electric.
Yeah.
But they don't include any of the shit to actually, make it electric. You would have to go out and buy
a
additional
kit.
items.
Yeah.
But at least that way I can charcoal smoke stuff. And but the taste of, I agree with all the people out there that charcoal tastes better.
Yeah.
But the convenience factor of gas is perfect.
That's what I want because sometimes you just want to click it on, cook it, and be done with it.
Mm-hmm.
Other times you might want to do the special steaks and all that with the special wood chips. And you put the little wood chips on the charcoals and you put water in there and such.
Well, I've got one of those smoking boxes. You can get them at like Myers or Home Depot, or it's like a little tiny steel box with holes in it, perforated, and you put the wood chips in there, soak them, and put that on the grill itself, and it does add the smoky flavor to it.
On the gas grill.
On the gas grill, correct.
Yeah. Yeah, now I don't have to do that. Now I can do some charcoal smoky stuff.
Well,
It'll be
you're all
great.
good. You are all
Right.
good.
I can grill in the winter time now because I'll be home.
What are you gonna grill for me first? That's what I always get asked. It's like, oh, you've got a cooking show. You're doing this. When are you gonna cook for me? No, I don't fucking have time.
I am going to make you the world's best charcoal grilled hot dog.
Oh.
Just pick the easiest thing to grill. I'll just put it in the microwave, put some liquid smoke on it, and bring it to work for you.
You know what? It's better than boiled hot dogs. Oh my god, boiled hot dogs are the fucking worst.
Well, now you're going to make Lisa mad because that's the way she likes to cook them.
Oh, and
I don't. The way I like to prepare hot dogs is in a frying pan, doused in real butter.
oh, that'd be
That's
good
the
too.
way to go.
Yeah.
That's the way to go. It's not healthy, but that's a real Detroit hot dog. You got to get them with the natural casings.
Yep.
You fry them in butter, and
Ooh.
it's beautiful.
Try baking grease.
Try doing what?
Try
Baking.
frying them up in bacon grease. Next time you make bacon, save
Oh,
the
bacon
grease.
grease, yeah.
Save the grease. And you could use it in so many different recipes.
My dad always saved all that grease. There was always like a coffee can on the stove full of bacon grease. I didn't appreciate it as a kid. I thought, what kind of hillbillies are we? And then now I know what.
Is Chris Stein living in my kitchen? What's going on?
Yeah. Are all of Chris Stein's thoughts in my kitchen right now?
Hillbilly.
Does Stein listen to the show?
I don't think so. He doesn't. I bet he doesn't even watch TV.
You're right. He doesn't seem like the TV watching type. He seems like the type that would sit in an armchair and scowl about the universe.
That's true. Talk about gun control and stuff like that.
All those really important topics that we avoid on the show.
And how the country's going to shit and all that. Yep.
Not like there's anything we could do about it. I wonder if Zane listens to the show. Zane's great.
I think
he's got to be on the show. I'm telling you, when I first met him, I wasn't sure about him, but now that guy is more and more entertaining to me every single day.
He's got a million stories. He does have a million stories.
Yeah, but they've shortened up over the last year or so.
Well, it's because I think he's realized that we walk away. As he's talking, we're walking away, and he's following us, still trying to complete the story. That's taking way too fucking long.
He's turned into a rapid-fire Zane. It's great.
Now, keep in mind, he's the one that if we were on a plane flight that crashed in the Andes and we had to live off of each other,
yeah,
he's the one that would taste like beef jerky.
Yeah. What are you saying? He's like some dried-out, grizzled-up old man?
Smoky and, yeah.
I had to make it worse than what you were saying. He's just lean. That's all. He's a lean gentleman.
Oh, he's a good guy, though.
Yeah, but you're one of the first guys to go, although it'll be a little bit tough, maybe gamey, would be Gray Balls at work.
Oh, he's gonna have fun this year.
Old Gray Balls.
Old Gray Balls.
For the listeners, that's another workmate. These are all little private jokes. It's our good friend Bill Christensen, spelled correctly and not wrong.
Yep. On the cover of Gray Ball magazines.
Yeah, he takes a beating. He made up a joke telling sometimes when people are picking on you, it's fun to feed right into it. So he made up a joke that he was so old that he was the centerfold for Gray Balls magazine. And that joke has now run away from him, came back, run away, come back. Sometimes it's owned by somebody else, but he always seems to regain it, so it's his again.
So we gotta make a magazine picture of him on the cover with actual Gray Balls magazine.
Yeah, one of the things that I'm not going to do in my life is Photoshop Gray Balls onto Bill Christensen. That's never going to happen in my lifetime.
Oh, but we'll have Larry do it. Let's have Larry do it.
I'm not putting the balls on him. And a little bottle of coconut oil next to it, too.
Exactly, to keep them nice and soft, and you'll never use powder again.
There it is, Davin.
That's the show.
It is. It's time to say goodbye. Is there a song we sing to say goodbye to the folks?
Beep, 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 beep. I don't know.
That was my favorite song you did right there. Every time you do that song, I'm surprised at how accurate, and it stays the same every time.
It's my theme song.
Mm-hmm. We'll have to start the show. Next show, we're going to start it with your theme song. I know you're going to use it for your cooking show on YouTube. Everybody look for Davin's cooking show on YouTube because it's fun to watch. But I think you should preview it on our show.
Beep, 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 beep. This is my theme song. Boop, 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 boop.
Because you don't have enough money to buy an actual theme song.
Exactly.
I don't either.
Nor would we want to.
No, you don't need all that stuff. People will tell us that we need all kinds of bells and whistles and sound effects and people running the board for us, and we just decided, no, we don't have to play those games. You guys are sick of that shit anyway.
We got to do a shout out to Peanut.
Hey, Peanut, a new addition to our vocabulary on the show. Person named Peanut.
New fake name.
Do you want me to go into that?
No, not at all. No.
Okay.
We need to have the intern Olympics, though. I'm convinced of it. We've got to have a runoff between Peppy and Peanut.
Oh, we forgot. Peppy has to do the coconut oil.
That's true. We've got to get him to edit the show and do it in his voice. The transcript.
Wearing coconut oil.
Exactly. All over his taint.
Because he's supposed to be the guy that we test things out on, like a lab rat.
Well, let's make him do the coconut oil, like you said, and we'll have him report back.
Yeah. Because we already forgot about him transcribing and reading the show in our voices.
Yeah. Well, none of us wanted to take the time to actually transcribe one of the episodes.
Let's just roll it through Google Voice transcription and see what it actually comes up with.
Okay.
That shit is so wrong.
Now that you're in the office, you've got time to do stuff like that.
Well, I don't know about that. We'll find out. I might be like our boss, Mark. I might end up being overtaxed if it comes to that.
That's true. Well, you tell me how you feel about the job when you're coming home after 65 hours, still getting paid for 40.
Yeah, exactly. I'll have to try and work in some of that flex time.
Flex time, yep.
Yeah, so what'll probably end up having to happen is I'll just chart all of the hours that you do throughout the auto show season, and then I just take the whole summer off.
That'll work.
I doubt that'll work. Anyway, enough treading too close to getting ourselves in trouble about work talk.
Because now you are actually on the other side of the wall. So you have to really be careful with this episode.
Shout out to Eric. Eric has really good taste in music.
Yeah.
Eric Y. Can we say his last name? We didn't have permission for
We don't have permission to say it yet.
But he's got great taste in music. He shared some stuff with me this week. I didn't know that he liked the same kind of music that I did, which is sort of the new folk Americana stuff.
Yeah.
Not everybody's cup of tea, but I like it.
Did he take the tickets?
Nope, he was busy. So if anybody out there wants 2 tickets to Ray LaMontagne in July, just let me know on the Facebook page.
Ooh, and we're giving away tickets on our podcast.
Why don't we do that? If everybody's listened this far into the episode, you can just contact us on the Facebook page, and the first person who wants them, I'll just ship them over to you. You
awesome.
can go see Ray LaMontagne, because we can't go see it. Might as well have somebody who enjoys it.
And you have to use the tickets. You can't resell them.
Yeah. How do we track that? We need you to take a selfie. We need you to take a selfie at the concert and put it on the Facebook page. And if you don't do it, we won't like you anymore.
And Pepe's gonna drive you.
Yeah, Pepe will be your limousine driver, and he'll drive my white van. Mm-hmm. Incidentally, I'm going to take this white van to the dealership tomorrow to see what my trade-in value is, hoping it'll be $500.
Yeah.
I can see where this is going now from your reaction, that it may be a giant waste of time for me to even drive over there.
Well, is it a competitive vehicle?
Nope. But it'll bring down my monthly payment by $10 a month if they give me $500 for it.
No, they're going to tack $500 onto your lease just for the hassle of dealing with it.
They're going to look at that van and they're going to say, look at the condition of this. Now, how is he going to bring this car back to me?
It's going to cost us more money to scrap this thing.
No, they're going to think about what my return will be when I bring back their lease car.
Yep. If he did this to this van, holy shit.
Exactly. It's probably not a good idea to even drive over there. I am going to do the Chevy thing.
Yeah, check it out.
I think Chevy's probably the most cost-effective for me. I wouldn't be able to do GMC or Buick or any of those. But hooray for General Motors. Let's find out. That might be fun. I'll report back next week.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks for listening, and tune in again next week for the You Name It Show.
Share and keep up listening, guys. You're doing a good job. Pop a wheelie.